If you have a website business, imagine being able to increase your website business's revenue by 93%. Isn't that crazy? That's what insane results Ezoic is achieving on average for its users per year. That's right, Ezoic has tracked 300 websites for 12 months, and the average increase of revenue growth was an incredible 93%. And that's just the average. There are Ezoic users that have had over a 300% increase in revenue in under just 1 year. Now, when I see stats like this, I tend to just drop everything and go and check things out on a deeper level. But before you bail right now to go sign up for Ezoic, first it's important to find out how and actually why Ezoic increases sites revenue so easily. Well, it all started when the ever so smart Dwayne Lafler, CEO of Cubics, who were the first ever Facebook advertising network, I'm talking the first ever Facebook advertising network, realized that everyone selling media was wrong. He discovered that if a website has a far better user experience, meaning people can easily navigate the website, it looks nice, and people want to hang out on the site longer, then the longer that website's traffic is going to spend on the actual website with ads on it, and the more likely they are to click on those ads, which, when you think about it further, makes so much sense, right, on multiple levels. But the key thing to remember here is that a site will make more money if people spend more time on the site. And the only way to keep people on your website is to have a better user experience, right? Have the best user experience possible. Now, I could dive into how to ensure that, your user experience is great with better navigation, like a sexier website, killer content, and that people actually want to hang around and consume that content, what's involved with all that. But I'm sure at a macro level, you probably all get that, right? All these things, these check boxes that we need to tick to make sure we can keep people on our site longer. Now, after learning much more about Ezoic myself, what I discovered is that people have this perception or a myth about Ezoic, which is that Ezoic just solely only helps you get more revenue with better ads and different placements on your site. Now, in reality though, Ezoic would just simply not work so well if that was the case, right? It wouldn't work so well without ensuring that your site actually does have better user design, which is what almost every website owner completely just looks past. And I know that I've done that myself. We look past and we just, that, user design, and we tend to focus on growing the revenue. It's just our main focus. And what makes Ezoic work so well is its combination of providing better user design for your website, thus creating a better ad placement and more revenue. So there's two macro levels at which Ezoic really helps website owners get the winning combination of user friendliness on websites and more advertising revenue. And those two things are site optimization, right? Like, so SEO optimization, Ezoic helps with that, and better user design with ad placements as well. So first, let's stick with, site optimization, right? The SEO. So why is it really important to have a good SEO optimized site incongruent with Ezoic? Well, because optimizing your site is literally the first step. There's no point in slapping some ads on your site if you don't like your website to begin with. So Ezoic uses various different SEO tools you can use to optimize your website to create that excellent user experience we've all been talking about, right? Or what I've been talking about up until now. So mobile friendliness is a big thing, right? It's quite clear by now, one of the things that they have, or one of the things that we know to be true, is that mobile is used so heavily on the internet for browsing. It's safe to say that, far more than 50% of the world actually view the internet or browse the internet on their mobile, which is why Google has suggested that by allowing your website to be mobile friendly, it's going to boost your rankings. It's going to boost your rankings in the algorithm. So we need a mobile friendly site. And most people have that. But the great thing about Ezoic is, for those who don't, that they can make your website mobile friendly automatically, right? With just a couple of clicks of the button with their tool, which is really, really cool. And let's move on to more of the user experience, or the user design, should I say. Now, the best way for Google to see that your website has a great user experience. All they need to do is to see that your traffic is actually spending time on your website, visiting multiple pages, and it's simple for them to navigate through the site. Well, for the user and also the Google bots as well. Now, when the Google algorithm, tongue twister, when the Google algorithm can see all that is happening, they reward these sites by helping them to rank higher. So Ezoic is all about user experience for your website because it's the foundation to place ads on, right? Having great user design is the foundation that we can place ads on. And the better the foundation, the better performance we have from our ads, meaning more money for you and also the advertiser, okay? Another thing that Ezoic focuses on is decreasing load times on your site. So there's nothing worse than waiting around for a website to load. We all dislike this, this experience, both on mobile and on desktop. And it should be within our duty, to be honest, to ensure people who want to visit our site can do so without the frustration of constantly waiting for a page to load. And I could talk about this for days, and the psychology of what happens when people leave and things within your brand and how it can't be good for your brand when people rock up frustrated to your website waiting for it to load. There's already a negative connotation to it. But as you know, with the effects of a slow website, traffic just, simply gives up. And the traffic, when trying to go to your website, decides to just abort to a different website for a website that's going to load sufficiently. And we just can't have that. Or else people won't ever see our ads because they won't even make it onto the site in the first place. So how Ezoic handles this is with my favorite tool. Right? And my favorite tool is the Site Speed Accelerator. All you need to do is you turn it on, and it has proven to decrease websites' load speed by 200%, right? Just by turning the tool on. And all of these things that I mentioned, right? User design, SEO, load times, all these things that Ezoic helps you with, helps you boost your SEO profile on your site. And by having people on your site longer, you decrease your website's bounce rate, which also aids in your quest for a better SEO profile too. So they're the things, they're just a snippet or a short, brief insight into some of the things that Ezoic can help you with your SEO in getting it ranked higher and building that foundational piece or foundational website for the ads to be put on. Now let's talk about advertising with Ezoic. Now that your site is optimized and you've got that foundation with the SEO and the user design changes, and you've made all this stuff via these Ezoic tools, you've laid that foundation to get the best results by advertising with Ezoic. And Ezoic are Google certified publishing partners, right? And they've worked with over 30,000 Ezoic users, helping these publishers or these users to improve their websites and ad revenue. And with the feedback of their extensive network and community, they've carefully designed the best advertising tools for publishers to ensure they actually significantly improve their advertising revenue. How is this done? Well, through the Ezoic ad tester tool. That's how it's done. This helps your site improve your advertising in two main areas. And these two main areas the first one is having less ads, but making more money. And you've heard me say that right? Just like the saying goes, less is more. And this rings true with Ezoic regarding advertising on a well-optimized site. In fact, having your site optimized for better user design, this goes hand in hand with helping your site increase revenue, not just by having a better and faster site, but with the changes to the ads on your site with Ezoic's ad tester, you can find and play with and test out the best amount of ads to put on your site and where to actually put them, the best ad placements to put them that's going to help you get the best return or the best revenue. And often we find that less is more. And Ezoic has case studies on how removing ads on a website has actually improved its ad earnings. And I'll put a link to one of the case studies in the show notes or this recording notes in the video. And it's crazy, right? Less is more. That's right. You can make more money with less ads. And that's something that most people can't get their head around. So check out this case study if you really need to understand it at a deeper level. The next thing within the ads is how Ezoic helps you is with ad placements. Obviously, you just can't remove all of the ads, right? But you need to know which ads you should keep. And I just spoke about this very, very briefly before. And this is just as important, right, as where you should place your ads, is how many ads you should have and where, what ones to remove. So this is where Ezoic comes into its own element. They allow you to use the Ezoic ad tester tool to test out your site's layout with ads on it. From doing this, you can find the best variation of ads and placements on your site, right? Like I said before, like where to put these ads, which ads to have on there, and where they should be to ensure you're getting the best revenue possible. And that's going to allow you to increase your ad revenue, right, without actually impacting traffic and SEO, right? So you see, by making your site better, ensuring your ads are in the best possible places every single time, not only do your advertisers earn more money, so do you. This is one extra layer though. And essentially why I like this tool so much is because what Ezoic does is Ezoic brings publishers and advertisers together and closer, and they create a win-win-win formula for the publisher, which is you, the site owner, the advertiser, which is the person that is putting the ads on your site, or the ads that you're advertising in your site, and your website users as well, the traffic that are coming to your site. So everybody wins from doing this. And I think that's really important to understand, is you're not just like trying to make more money and everybody else loses. Is you're making your website better, you're helping the publisher make more money, which is yourself, and you're also helping the advertiser make more money, and you're giving a better user experience to your website users and traffic, which just helps your website grow at a macro level as well. And I know what you're thinking. Is it actually really that simple? Do I just sign up for Ezoic and I make all this money? Well, yes and no. Yes, by signing up with Ezoic as a publisher and using ads on your website, Ezoic has the tools and the proof to show you that you can dramatically increase your earning. But is it really just as simple as signing up? Well, obviously not, right? You will need to go into the Ezoic tool, right? And you'll need to click a few buttons. You'll need to test a few things out on your site. You'll need to change a few things around, but that's it, right? The cool thing about Ezoic is there's no heavy coding, right? You don't need to know HTML, JavaScript, and all this crazy stuff, CSS and stuff. There's no heavy lifting in changing your site dramatically, because Ezoic is it's a plug and play tool that allows you to make those changes by clicking your mouse around and testing things out. And this is which is why Ezoic has been growing at such a rapid pace and has users who are loyal fans across all of their sites. And I've been going through the tool myself, and I think it's absolutely excellent. Even the members, how I got put onto this is the members of my Buying Online Business community, where I help them buy websites. They're going away and getting their content websites, and they're using Ezoic as an additional tool to their content website and achieving great results from using it. So that's a bit of a rundown on how Ezoic actually works. If you guys have any questions, just please comment into the actual chat box, the comment box below. If you're interested, I'll put a link down to where you can check out Ezoic, and you can just go through and browse and have a look, see if it's right for you, see if it's not. But I hope you actually learned something about Ezoic and about SEO and also placements as well. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll speak to you on the next one.